Hello, and welcome to part 9 of our Everything About Survivor Benefits video series. Let's continue.
Does employment income affect my survivor annuity?
No, your income from employment with the government or any other employer will not affect your spousal survivor annuity. The income of a child may affect some types of child benefits.
What is a partial survivor benefit?
Under the Civil Service Retirement System, CSRS, a retiree can elect to provide less than the maximum survivor benefit. A partial survivor election is based on 55% of the annual base amount you choose. For example, if you choose a survivor base of $3,600, then the benefit will be 55% of $3,600, which would be a survivor benefit of $1,980 per year or $165 per month. By law, you must attach the form Spouse Consent to Survivor Election, SF 2801-2, to your CSRS application. The form must be signed by your spouse in the presence of a notary. Under the Federal Employees Retirement System, FERS, individuals can elect a partial survivor benefit which is based on 25% of one unreduced annual base annuity. Your spouse must complete and attach Spouse Consent to Survivor Election, SF 3107-2, to your application.
What requirements must I fulfill if I'm married and decide not to provide a survivor benefit for my spouse when I retire?
If you're married when you retire and you chose not to provide a spousal survivor benefit, you must obtain your spouse's consent to the election. The consent form, which is part of the application for retirement benefits, must be completed in the presence of a notary public or other official authorized to take oaths. The spousal consent requirement may be waived if it's shown that the spouse's whereabouts cannot be determined. A request for a waiver must also include one of the following: a judicial determination that the spouse's whereabouts cannot be determined, affidavits by the employee and two other persons, at least one of whom is not related to the employee, attesting to the efforts made to locate the spouse and the inability to do so. The employee should submit other documentary evidence, such as newspaper stories about the spouse's disappearance. The spousal consent requirement can be waived based on exceptional circumstances if the employee presents a judicial determination that exceptional circumstances warrant a waiver. The order must state the following: that the case before the court involves a federal employee who is retiring, that the employee's spouse was given notice and an opportunity to be heard in the matter, that the court considered 5 U.S.C. 8339 Jules 1 and 5 CFR 831.618p as it relates to a waiver of the spousal consent requirements for a married federal employee to elect an annuity without reduction to provide a survivor benefit to a spouse at retirement, that the court finds that exceptional circumstances justify waiver of the spousal consent requirement. This concludes part 9 of this video series on everything about survivor benefits. Please join us for part 2 for continued information on these topics. For more information, or to better understand what your retirement plan could look like, take the questionnaire linked in the video description.